because I'm pretty sure that there is a law against neglect. Moving right along, look here. Ooh, we got a mother, huh? Oh, beautiful baby there. Shout out to Tanisha Jackson. They got you, baby. You and Tedrick Butler. Guess what they had done did? Here we go.
And her friend facing charges after police say her son shot him.
I said, and her friend. I thought it was at the beginning. Hold on, let's see it again.
A Westwood mother and her friend facing charges after police say her son shot himself with an AR-15.
Damn, how your baby get an AR, sugar? Listen, shout out to Susan for the $7 cash app. I appreciate that right there. Shout out, hold on. Shout out to John for the $3 cash app. I appreciate you. Y'all to keep this party going. Here we go.
Joining us, I'm April Thompson.
Hey,
Alex Tolan, WREG's Quimitra Wilborn was there as both appeared before a judge this morning.
Just moments before she was called to stand before a judge, Tanisha Jackson tearfully embraced her family outside the courtroom. She's charged with criminal negligent homicide in the death of her 3-year-old son.
Tanisha, do you have anything you want to say to family members?
With her family by her side.
You say, hell no. Y'all do know that they is walking in a court building with bunnies, bitch. Look at them.
Tanisha, do you have anything you want to say?
Beautiful babies out here in these streets. One of y'all got on all black. Well, it might be okay if we could see the pants. But that leopard shit, I know that don't go with nothing.
With her family by her side, Jackson walks out of 201 Poplar, released on her own recognizance. Memphis police say her 3-year-old son, Bryson Jackson, shot himself in the head with an AR-15 at their home on Tonawanda Cove Sunday. People living in the neighborhood say they were shocked to learn he was the young victim.
I see them playing all the time, riding up and down the street with their bikes and scooters. They seem happy.
Court documents say Jackson and her friend, Tedrick Butler, went to get food. Both her 3- and 4-year-old sons were left at the house with a family member. Police say she told them Butler left his AR-15 in her bedroom on a box covered with clothes. According to police, the family member was sleeping when he heard a gunshot. Reports say the 4-year-old told the family member his 3-year-old brother had been shot.
Just keep your guns up away from these kids. There's no need to have a loaded gun with children in the house.
I hate when people say that right there, but
Police say Jackson rushed home, called police, and took her son to the hospital where he died.
Hope y'all heard
when
that.
Police arrived, officers found shell casings, a backpack containing drugs, 2 AR-15 style pistols, and a gun that had been illegally converted to fully automatic. Police say the guns and backpack belonged to Butler, who admitted he tried to hide the weapons before police arrived. Butler is also charged with criminally negligent homicide, tampering with evidence, and drug and gun possession.
Y'all know all that they just said, all of those things is things that is on the book for being illegal and against the law. Guess what? He still did it though. Say, Willie, why is your shows only about black people? Say, love your shows though, just asking. Well, maybe you don't watch a lot. Maybe you don't watch a lot because it's not just about dog you folk.
Reporting from the Criminal Justice Center.
And hold on. And even if it was, do it change what is being spoke about? Do it change about the crimes and the deaths that we do against each other? Because in my mind, technically, that's supposed to be more important to you as a dog you person. Just in my mind. If it was. If it just were black folk, you have to ask yourself, why would I have so much black folk material? If it was just black folks now, I'm just saying, I got a hell of a lot of material for it to be just black folks, right? Shout out to Michael for the $4.99 super chat. What's happening? I appreciate that right there. Say, nope, just wondering. No, I put out what's out here. I don't make the news up. If it's more dog you people shit, tell the dog you people not to do the shit. And then we wouldn't have the footage. So, yeah. Clear that up. Here we go.
Wilborn, WREG, News Channel 3.
Jackson is due back in court in 2 weeks. Butler is being held on a $200,000 bond and is due back in court next Wednesday.
Damn messed up buddy. Watch this. But listen. Hold on. Let me tell you something else. Watch this. My audience, my crowd, don't really support lighter hue videos. In case y'all don't know how like YouTube work, you better be doing some shit that your people like to watch. You're not doing this shit for fun. This is work. So it don't make no sense for me to do a whole bunch of videos that has nothing to do with dog UFO. All you got to do is go back and look at people's numbers and see what they talk about. When they're not talking about dog UFO, your numbers is low. When we try to put out the information from other groups of people, y'all don't watch that shit like that. When y'all see the thumbnails, y'all keep on going. And how do I know? Why? We got this thing called analytics. So just in my mind, if I'm going to do 2,000 videos on dog hue before I do one lighter hue, it is what it is. This is a business. I know it's entertainment to y'all. It's fun to y'all. We trying to pay bills around here, though. Gonna keep the party going. Y'all got to hear this again.
And her friend facing charges after police say her son shot himself with an AR-15.
Now you got to ask yourself, how long, how was like the length of the child to shoot himself with an AR? Because the trigger is down here. The barrel is up here. That happened, but go ahead.
Thank you for joining us. I'm April Thompson.
I'm Alex Coleman. WREG's Quimitra Wilborn was there as both appeared before a judge this morning.
Just moments before she was called to stand before a judge, Tynesha Jackson tearfully embraced her family outside the courtroom. She's charged with criminal negligent homicide in the death of her 3-year-old son.
Tynesha, do you have anything you want to say to family members?
With her family by her side.
And when they hear that shit, don't talk nobody. Say he trying to say that white people do it too, a lame excuse. Listen. And again, watch it. If I just want to do black folks, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I hope that's clear. Here we go.
201 Poplar released on her own recognizance. Memphis police say her 3-year-old son, Bryce.
Say the 4-year-old shot the 3-year-old. Now that make more sense to me. That make more sense to me than the 3-year-old finding and grabbing AR and shooting themselves.
Jackson shot himself in the head with an AR-15 at their home on Tonawanda Cove Sunday. People living in the neighborhood say they were shocked to learn he was the young victim.
I see them playing all the time, riding up and down the street with their bikes and scooters. They seem happy.
Court documents say Jackson and her friend, Tedrick Butler, went to get food.
Jackson and her friend. Listen, that's her player. I don't know why they call us friends and stuff like that. That is her significant other.
Both her 3- and 4-year-old sons were left at the house with a family member. Police say she told them Butler left his AR-15 in her bedroom on a box.
She told whoever was left at the house, he left his gun in the room on the counter, on the nightstand, under some damn clothes. I thought like in every home, apartment, scatter site, we got this thing called closets. We got this thing called top shelf in closets and shit. Why would he leave his gun on the nightstand?
Covered with clothes. According to police, the family member was sleeping when he heard a gunshot. Reports say the 4-year-old told the family member his 3-year-old brother had been shot.
Just keep your guns up away from these kids. There's no need to have a loaded gun with children in the house.
Let me stop you right there. Ask law enforcement, should you have a loaded gun in your house? I was told multiple times, just make sure you got one in the head all time, pimp. What do you, You never had your house invaded. You never been ran up on. And so many people say that you should not have a loaded gun. You should have it in a gun safe. Do you know when people is telling you that shit that they're trying to get you killed? Clearwater, Florida is in the building. Pastor, what's happening? Shout out to Terrell for the $3 cash out. Say you don't have to explain shit. I'm trying to tell you, I was just being nice. Because because I'm nice. Until I'm not, but I'm nice. Some people need to understand that around here we really don't give a fuck about that racism and all that shit there. Oh, it's racism and all that. I don't give a fuck about all that. I don't talk about that shit. Every now and then we'll throw one in and, ooh, black people do it, so white people do it. I don't give a fuck about that. What's in the news? Bitch, I don't care nothing about the color. I don't care nothing about the goddamn color. Is it a hot story? That's all that I'm worried about. And if it just so happened to be one group of people, then fuck it. It is what it is. That's what's up. Move right along. But listen. We have been told that you should not have firearms, loaded firearms, in the house with your kids and or have them in safes and lock boxes. And I'm here to tell you, the people who've been telling you that shit for years, they're giving you wrong information. You do not have time. You don't have time. The majority of the time to run to your lockbox. Use the combination or the key thing or the palm thing. Get your gun loaded up, cock it. Get you shot 10 times. See, but these are the people who is talking who have never been through shit. Say, Willie, you got all races in the chat and laugh. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what people be thinking, but it is what it is. Everybody can get it, and everybody gonna get it.
Police say Jackson rushed home, called police, and took her son to the hospital where he died.
Some about this story sound real bad. Do y'all really understand that once she found out and she came home, she saw what transpired, she called the police. Remember, they said she called the police when she came home. But here's the problem.
A family member, his 3-year-old brother, had been covered with clothes. According to police, the family member was sleeping when he heard a gunshot. Reports say the 4-year-old told the family member his 3-year-old brother had been shot.
The 4-year-old told family member, 3-year-old been shot. Watch it.
Just keep your guns up away from these kids. There's no need to have a loaded gun with children in the house.
Police say Jackson rushed home, called police, and took her son to the hospital where he died.
You heard that? So you mean to tell me that the family member who was told a 3-year-old child was shot with an AR, the first thing they did was call the mama. Instead of the first thing you're doing was calling the police. Because the mama had to call the police when she got home. That means that the police wasn't called before she got there.
When police arrived, officers found shell casings, a backpack containing drugs, 2 AR-15 style pistols, and a gun that had been illegally converted to fully automatic. Police say the guns and backpack belonged to Butler, who admitted he tried to hide the weapons before police arrived. Butler is also...
And that's why you got tampering with evidence. Like I taught y'all, or I spoke upon it a lot of times, that when the police have to do their job to find the evidence, that's tampering with evidence. If you move the evidence from where they think it should be, that's tampering, and that's a whole charge. As if you want to get caught with the weapons that you choose to use in the event of a crime. But that's what's up.
Charged with criminally negligent homicide, tampering with evidence, and drug and gun possession. Reporting from the Criminal Justice Center, Kwame Wilborn, WREG, News Channel 3.
Jackson is due back in court in 2 weeks. Butler is being held on a $200,000 bond and is due back in court next Wednesday.
So when she got back to the house, you mean to tell me that they didn't take that book bag outside? Shout out to Lundy for the $2 super chat. Say, Willie, I keep mines on my nightstand next to me. I'm trying to tell you something. If you got children, if you ain't put the fear of God in them, they might get a hold of your phone. I'm just trying to tell you. Just trying to tell you, but you should never, ever, ever, and this is a safety alert, you should never, ever, ever leave your gun unattended around children. You should never leave a firearm in an area to where they can grab it, pick it up, use it, look at it, play with it. You need to keep it out of reach of children. That should be your number one priority. But to tell people you shouldn't have a loaded gun, then what's the point of the gun? Y'all got to grow up. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Listen, shout out to Marcy for the $4 cash up. I appreciate that right there. We got to move it right along. Let me